So I go to the first doctor, and I had been in excruciating pain, tremendous to the point of being so weak and feeling as if the feeling was that of giving birth every single day. So I go to the first doctor, and the first doctor says, I think you have MS, but it's high up in your brain stem, and they won't find it until after you die. Okay, that's
Wow.
pretty compelling. How can you help me? And he's like, well, we can't. So I went to the second doctor, and the second doctor said, I think you have Lou Gehrig's, and Lou Gehrig's might not show for years. I'm like, okay, how can you help me? And it says, well, we have to wait and see. So still wanting, knowing, feeling like I was dying and knowing that I was in this kind of pain, I had to have an answer. So I go
Yeah.
to the next doctor, and the next doctor says it's all in your head. Well, from somebody who and this is what I wanted everybody to identify with. From somebody who's sensitive, I have such a hard time telling a lie, to me having my integrity questioned, to feeling like I'm dying, to being told by doctor after doctor with no consistencies
Mhm.
of what's going on. Here was the most horrible part of all. And I really think, as far as, when it comes to trauma support, it is relationships around us, right?
Mhm.
So
Yes.
I had a husband who's a lawyer, and, my family is highly intelligent, but they're like, well, how could she really be in that much pain if no two doctors are saying the same thing?
Mhm.
Maybe this person we know, maybe she's lying. Maybe she wants attention. Maybe it's not as bad as she says. So I think, at least for me, that was the breaking
Oh my goodness, yes. I wanna if it's okay to pause there.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, I think that, um, what I understand you saying is that your family and friends question your experience in your body,
Yes.
and that is a common thing that I hear from people. And I think there are multiple reasons, but it's it's so hurtful. Yeah, I feel like words cannot do it justice when you are so scared and vulnerable and in pain and don't know what's happening, to have the people closest to you question your experience. That is it's so hurtful, it's so harmful. And so I think, for people listening, some people listening probably have had the same experience that you have shared and that I have heard many times. But there also may be some people listening who are family members, caregivers, and clinicians, people in
Yes.
the helping profession. And I think it's so important that we listen to people about the experience they're having in their body, even if tests don't show us something.
Yes.
Because we also know that for a lot of people with rare diseases, it is years of them trying to find help before finally somebody is able to say, oh, wow, this is what's going on in your body. And it's just, what if we all decided to believe people about their own experiences in their bodies? So I'm sorry that you had that experience, and
You.
you're not alone in it,
Yes.
but I know that's got to be just so, so hard.
And Sarah, you're so right. I think that was the worst. It's one thing to have unbelievable pain, but to have one's integrity questioned
Yeah.
when I pride myself on being a truth teller.
Yeah.
That hurts. And here's the worst part. I started to shrink. I had a very powerful voice. I believed in myself. But now I'm wondering, well, if everybody's saying that I'm making it up, maybe I shouldn't even. Okay, so this is a little bit of a trigger warning here.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go on. I
Yeah.
didn't, at this point, I didn't want to go on because I started to question myself.